over at Spartan Performance.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm the CEO and founder of Spartan Performance Systems. So I'm looking back on almost 35 years of career of training, consulting, coaching, sparing leaders in the industry, different industries and organizations. So SPS stands for Spartan Performance System. Spartan is a word I found it. It's a combination of sparing and partner. So we see it as a sparring partner, like in boxing, being prepared for the reality. So we see it as we call the ultimate people development and organizational learning experience. What this means is we lead people in organizations through transformational processes, and they are radical, they are progressive, and they are holistic. And when the customer is 100% committed, we are 100% committed. We guarantee 200% success. That's what we're doing.
I love that. It's what we need. Fantastic. Roland, tell us a little bit about the beautiful island of Mallorca.
Well, for those who don't outside of Europe, Mallorca is one of the best places to live in Europe because it's very central, meaning that within a 2.5 hour flight, you can go the whole year, even out of the summer season, to every major city in every European country. So it's a fantastic place to live for people who run their own companies, to visit their clients, to go to the offices wherever they are. And it's an amazing place to live for families because it's a beautiful island. It's an amazing environment. It's good fresh air as there's no industrial, no pollution, no light pollution. It's just a perfect place. It's safe. There's almost no crime. So it's a safe, healthy place to live. Just amazing. It's not only the beaches. We have mountains, we have culture, we have cities, villages. It's a huge diversity here. It's just a fantastic place to live. And for our US guests, for our US audience, we have direct flights from the US to Palma de Mallorca. So come and have a look.
I can't wait to go there. It's on my list of places to go. So it just sounds incredible. Thank you.
Very welcome.
And you brought us so many wonderful guests who you have connected through there. And you've got another person today, Sam. Tell us about him.
Well, actually, I don't know him so long. As I mentioned in a previous show, I was doing with my love a 4-month tour with our huge RV in Europe. And by the way, we stopped in Austria, my home country, and a client of mine who was a coaching consulting client, he recommended me to Sam because I was looking for somebody who redoes my website. I wanted to refresh it, new content, new experience. I'm more sexy, more attractive to our customers. So he recommended me to Sam, and I called him. And I said, hey, I'm coming to Austria anyway. So he invited me to come with your RV, park your RV in front of my house. Let's have a breakfast, let's chat. So I went there, actually not for breakfast. I called him the day before and said, hey, I came over for the night because I prepared some dinner in my RV. So I brought some dinner. We had some dinner together, an amazing chat, a good conversation. We continued the next morning with the breakfast. And we decided not only to work together, there was really a good sympathy. The energy was amazing. So what is very important for me, and I guess I can speak for Sam too, it's not only a work relationship, it started as a friendship. Yeah, and he's an amazing person. And I have to say, I already recommended him to my business friends in the US, in Germany, in Austria, because he and his team does an amazing job. He's an absolute specialist.
What an incredible story that all centered around an RV and traveling around, that you were able to make this connection. That's not one I've heard before, actually.
Yeah, that's what I do in summer. So 3-4 months in summer, leaving the island and traveling the rest of Europe in the RV, with bringing the dogs, bringing my love, and connect with other people. So the first month is always a business month. I visit my business customers in different places because most of the CEOs of huge companies became friends. So they invite me to their house and I come with my RV, we do barbecue. We speak about the next project. And then the rest of the other 3 months, we travel around, explore new countries, new cultures, and we love to travel and connect with people. Yeah.
It sounds so liberating. You just get in your RV and go, and you can still do business. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, with today's technology, you're sitting in New Jersey. I guess Sam will come in from outside of Vienna, from Austria. I'm sitting right now in Spain. Next week for our next show, I will sit in Vienna. So with the technology, you can connect with every person all over the world. You just need electricity or internet access, and you can communicate, connect, work together, chat, share, reflect, love, whatever it is, online. That's really cool.
All the above. It is really cool. And I'm looking forward to bringing Sam out. So Sam is joining us from outside Austria, I think he said, somewhere near Vienna.
Outside Vienna, yeah, we call it Vienna. Austria has, like in the US, you have over 50 states. We have, but much smaller, we have 9 states. And one of the states, it's just surrounding Vienna, is called Lower Austria. So I guess he's less than half an hour away from Vienna.
Okay. Welcome to this show, Sam.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Sam. Great to see you.
Hi.
Nice to meet you too.
Hi, Jacalyn. Hi, Roland.
So, Sam, a quick question. How was that memory for you, that recollection that Roland shared about him rolling up with his RV and you two connecting? What was that like for you?
It was absolutely great. It's a really rare thing that you meet somebody he's so similar to yourself, and it's so easy to talk because, especially in business meetings, everybody is a bit like, people are different, but Roland is just the way he is, and he's a great person. And I think after one day we knew that it's way more than a work relationship, and we talk about so many private things, and it's just great. It's cool. Oh. I really have the feeling that I can trust him. I totally trust him. And that's really rare.
Yes,
likewise, same way.
Yeah, and guess what? I feel the same way, Roland. So there you go. You have that effect on people. And Sam, I'm sure that'll happen for us as well, too.
Very good.
So go ahead, Roland. I know you want to introduce Sam, and let's hear all about what he's doing.
Yes, Sam. I invited you to the show, especially to the audience outside of the German-speaking country, because I know that you and your team, you're not only providing and doing amazing websites, web content,
Thank you.
do wording, graphics, whatever you do. It's just all state of the art. It's really cool. I'm so happy with my website, and we do free more. You know that
it was a lot of fun. but you did the best what you can do. What you could do, because it just said, go and do whatever you think. Yeah. And that mostly it's the best result when clients start to be nitpicking and try to get exactly what they want, then it's really a bit an issue. It's way better when it's more a feeling. If I have the feeling for a person, for a project, for a company, then it's way easier to work in a flow and everything is fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun.
I mean, it's the same when you wanna build a house. You hire an architect, you hire a construction company, and then you trust them and say, okay, I want this more and more, but go for it. You are the architect, you are the expertise, and just do it and show me what's around. I mean, it's about trusting.
But I mean, it was easy. It was really easy with you because I mean, you lived in Austria for so many years, so you know exactly what Austrian and German people need. That's when we work with a lot of companies from Northern Europe and French companies and so on. And then you sometimes have to explain a lot of things because it's totally different. And a lot of them don't understand why you do it that way because it doesn't work the other way. Yeah. That's all.
Absolutely. Yeah. And today I want to learn a little bit more, and our audience, I guess, is very eager to learn about more when to enter the German market, what they have to take in mind, because I know I lived in the US for some time. I was on university there, and when I see commercials, they're totally different than the German ones. Doesn't mean better or worse. It's just different. We're not talking about better or worse. Yeah, they're just different.
Yep.
And I know from US approaches, it's not working. So most of the stuff they show me is that it's not for me because I don't feel attached by it. So there's a lot of things to consider. So what do you, from your opinion, for US companies or English-speaking companies, wherever they come from, what do you think are the most common mistakes companies make when they're entering German-speaking market? Because it's a very special market.
From my point of view, the most important mistake is that they just hire translation companies and translate their wording into German. It doesn't work at all because you know German, and for one English term we have about 20 options to translate them into German. Yeah. And if you can't catch exactly the right one, then you have no choice. I think that the worst thing is we have a very small active vocabulary in German-speaking countries. The passive vocabulary is bigger, and when you translate and use, it doesn't matter if you use Google Translate or a translation company, and the active vocabulary just it creates emotions when you read it or when you hear it. But when you use the wrong one, there is nothing. Then you sit there like, okay, yeah, you know. Yeah. It's too abstract and it doesn't work at all. You have about 3 to 4 seconds to catch them, and you really have to address the user's pain. And if you can't address it, then they are lost. You have no more chance. Yeah. I think that's the second problem, because the people, the mentality is totally different. The user's pain is different. The reasons to buy something or to register or whatever, it's not only US and Europe, it's in every single country different. I could never make commercials for Southern Europe, for example, because I have no idea how the people are, how they think, how they feel. Mm-hmm. No way. I need local people to work with them.
Absolutely. I can relate to that. Sorry, I can absolutely relate to what you're saying, because, I'm working for international companies and I have a huge client, American-based client, and sometimes they want me to facilitate content from the US, and they just have translated to the German. Mm-hmm. And
no way.
No way. And I always use the original materials to understand what the fuck do you mean? Because the translation is so poor.
It's also what I'm sorry, Jacalyn, I interrupted you.
No, that's okay. So I just want to make sure that I understand it, and so our viewers and listeners understand. So I have a website here in the US, and I decide that I want to appeal to people who are German speaking or in the German market. And so I just go to Google Translation and I take whatever I have in English, and then I change that to what I see from Google Translation, and I put it out there, and I think everything's fine. But really, it's a disaster.
Yeah, it will fail in about 80 to 90% of the case.
Okay, fantastic.
You burn money for nothing.
So how is the mentality of the German-speaking countries so different from the rest of the world?
One example, if you write a press release for US, phrases like our clients love us, our users love us are really normal. I think you agree, Jacalyn.
Yes, definitely.
They use it. Our clients love us, and that's quite normal. If you do that in German-speaking countries, they will start to hate you. Yeah. Even if they love you, you are not allowed to, you really need a bit of understatement. Otherwise, they don't trust you anymore. You can tell them that you are better than the competitors, but don't tell it too directly. It has to be just a little bit understatement. It's a bit of fine tuning, yeah, and also the reasons to buy something are too different. I'm working for privacy companies, a lot of privacy companies, and in the US, I just see the press releases when they send it for translation. No way, we have to write different ones. I'm not sure if I'm right, but US people buy privacy-related products or services, because most of them are afraid that the government can read what they are doing, or the marketing companies. No Austrian or German person would no, it doesn't matter at all for them. I think they trust. I'm not sure if it's the right way to trust them, but they trust the governments way more than the US people. So you have to find other ways and other reasons for them to buy that.
Interesting. So I have a question, just taking a step back, because I think, and I've done this myself, we create a website and the website's all about us, to what you were just saying. We're so great. We're so wonderful. This is what we do. But we fail to make a connection with our audience, right? With our customers. We fail to provide value. And then we talk to someone like you and realize that we could definitely make some amazing changes to our website for the better. But it's like our little baby. It's our little baby that we started out with. And we're like, no, I can't give you the baby, right? But Roland said, you guys built this trust. And you go, yeah, go in there. Do whatever it is you want to do. So, Sam, what can you share with our audience about maybe the website was great for you, but maybe it's not so great for your customers, for your potential market. And you need to work with a professional who really knows how to tap into people who want to be your customers?
It's really a bit complicated. It's usually we usually don't work with so many US companies. We mostly work with Northern Europe companies and French companies, and then it's a bit different because they already know the difference. And it's way easier to make suggestions and say, okay, let's try it this way. And look, you really need a lot of psychology to explain why it is the way it is. And if you're able to explain the reasons, then everything works fine. And I know, it is the baby, and everybody loves his baby, but you don't destroy the baby. Yeah, you just give him new clothes. It's like a new dress and nothing else. So another cap, another whatever, and everything is fine. The baby is the same. It doesn't die at all.
I love that. So I want to ask both of you. I interview a lot of people. Some have websites, some don't have any websites. Is a website, a really well done website, a major differentiator in doing business, to your branding, to your clients? Your thoughts, Roland? I'll start with you.
Absolutely. You know, I didn't have a website for many, many years, because all my clients came to me. They have been recommended by other clients and clients. So the clients coming in. So I had never to look for clients. They asked me to work for them. So I was in a very, very happy situation. But then I found out, okay, I have a lot of my clients. They make career, and they became, on a certain level, they became CEOs of companies or CFOs or high performer. But they want us or me and my company to work with them, but their team doesn't know me. So most of them, they delegate some stuff to their team, but the team doesn't know me. So, okay, maybe it's good to have a website so the team knows me too and gets an idea of what my services, my offering is. And so it depends on what you're targeting. I mean, I guess the most important thing is, and that's what I really love with the Agentur Obskura and Sam as a CEO is, first is a really clear conversation. What do you want? Who are you? What is your why? Who is your targeting client? Because I made the mistake in the beginning. I had a website a few years ago, and I hired different webmasters, and I thought, it looks nice, but it didn't work because I loved the website, but the client didn't love it. And as we're saying it, the worm is for the fish and not for the fisherman. So I had to learn. And what I really learned from Sam is when he asked me, okay, what is your why? What are you doing? What is your why? What is your mission? Who is your client? Yeah, and you have to bring it on the first website. And I will. Sorry, Sam, to mention this, because I remember when I asked you for doing the second website for Sparring for Men. He said, Roland, I have a lot of work, but I will do it. But there's only one thing. I do the first page. I do the writing. I do the texting. Everything. I do it, not you. And it came out just brilliant. Just brilliant. No, first, but to answer your question, Dr. Jacalyn, I guess a website nowadays is very important, especially when you work internationally. It's very, very important. And it's the how to say, it's like a business card, card, but now it's the website, and But what I learned also, you need somebody who's really professional because otherwise you just have a website, but nobody cares, because they don't. First of all, maybe they don't find you because your CEO is not good enough. They don't find you on Google. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, the brain is not getting the text, So what I understand, it's not about having a fancy one, the newest technologies, the best pictures, or the coolest colors. It's about what I learned. It's about the wording. What gets into your brain? Yeah. What do people understand? Because when I was writing, I had always had long sentences, and Sam said, no, short sentences. The brain doesn't get the information. Short sentences. Do this and do this. So I learned really a lot on taking this as care. When it's done properly, a website is really a very important tool to promote and go forward with your business. Absolutely.
Thank you, Roland. Sam, I'd love to hear what you think about it. And also, does having a professional website add another element of credibility to your business and to your branding?
First of all, just let me say, Roland learned to hate me when we talked about text and about copywriting. I think I was really annoying, and I apologize for that.
The outcome was just perfect. It convinced me.
Yeah. The thing is, I think it's really it's a question what kind of company you have. I mean, if Coca-Cola doesn't have a website, nobody cares to buy it because everybody knows Coca-Cola, or Apple and so on. But if you have a lot of competitors, then it's really important. The first thing, you have to communicate it. And as Roland said, the why is way more important than the how. They don't want to know how you do it. They want to know why you do what you do. Because for the clients, it means if they get your own reason why you do this job, then they feel comfortable and they are willing to work with you. I think the emotional thing is way more important in German-speaking countries than the product itself. Do you agree, Roland?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Can you talk a little bit more about that?
I try. I try. People in German-speaking countries, it's of course it's also a bit different what kind of product you want to sell. But people don't buy products; they buy emotions. You can just sell emotions. You can, for example, produce a bicycle with only. It's so small and easy to carry, but people don't want to know what it is made of. They just want to know what they can do with it and how they feel when they use it. I think that's a big difference. I have no idea how it is in the US. I can't tell. I have no idea. And I think that the reasons are different. And the next problem is when you don't have a website, people don't trust you when you can't be found in the internet. They think, hey, they are too small to have a website. I mean, come on, no way, no chance. That's also a bit an issue. And then the third really important part is, I don't know, do you know coffee companies in Europe? Most of them use the colors red, black, and white. So if you are going to find a company and you use the same colors and similar corporate identity, then you have a big problem because people see it, but they can't remember you. So you really have to be outstanding. You have to look different. You have to find an own CI and an own corporate wording. Otherwise, people can't remember you. In Austria, the first company, it's not like in English. We have a formal Austrian, formal German, and an informal German. And the first company with informal German was IKEA. They were the first one. They used do instead of C. Maybe Roland can explain it a bit better. What's the difference? And it was hard for them. It was really hard. People hated them, but then they got used to it. And now I think about 60% of the commercials are written this way because it works way better, because it's more emotional and not so abstract.
Interesting. A couple things popped into my head as you were speaking. So people don't necessarily care about what the product is made of unless it's like a health food, for example. But when you think about Coca-Cola, for example, they don't need a website, to your point, because everybody knows Coca-Cola. I don't drink soda, but I did decades ago. And it's about how you feel when you're drinking it. It's not about, oh, what is all this? Like all the chemicals and everything. It's like, wow, you have that soda and you feel whatever way it is you feel. So it's creating this experience. And then the second thing is when you mentioned the colors, red, black, and white, they're the colors of Coke. It's also Netflix, right? They're red and black. And it's like, how do you feel when you're watching Netflix? So I think there's so much that goes into it, to your point, and it's really that emotional connection that you make with the brand. And I think a lot of that has to do with the words, the way they're written, and the way that your website as a user experience it. What's that feeling I get when I look at your website? Are you welcoming me, or is it just like I'm opening a book all about you? It's like, oh, there's Roland.
Yeah, absolutely right. I work a lot with psychologists. There is the nice camera with the eye, and you can exactly see what they are reading and what happens in the brain. And so you can figure out which term works best, and that's the way you use it. I mean, of course, it's depending on the target group. Every target group needs different things. That's clear. That's clear. So every single project is completely new, and you should never copy your own work. It's just start from the scratch, and you should. I mean, we love every every product and every project like it was our own, because that's the only chance to make really good work. And if we don't love it, we don't do it. That's simple.
Well, it sounds like you also get emotionally engaged with the project, because you want to make sure that your client is happy and that the perception that they're trying to convey is there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy for success, that's all. Totally.
And that's what I love with the cooperation with Sam, is because he's really totally into it. Absolutely. So he wants really to know what you're doing, what is where exactly. He's absolutely into it, like a team member. You know, he becomes like a team member.
That's why I could never make marketing for shoes or clothes, because I don't care at all. I couldn't do it. There was no chance. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to be passionate about it. You obviously are. And we want to hear more, but we're going to take a short break, and we're going to watch one of my favorite clips. I play this over and over again because I'm hoping that people will actually do something as a result of watching it. It's called the Earthshot Prize. And I want to thank Ian Pelham-Turner and Helena Shard in the UK for sharing this with us. Let's take a look, and we'll be right back on the Mallorca Connection.
Ours is a world of wonder. Every day it reminds us of its beauty. It touches us, teaches us, and astounds us. But it also warns us that what we throw away does not go away. That higher temperatures mean a lot more than longer summers. That we can no longer take life as we know it for granted. We are at a unique stage in our history. Never before have we had such an awareness of what we are doing to the planet. And never before have we had the power to do something about that.
and welcome back to USA Global TV, home talking heads, and hello to everyone on Business Talk Radio. You are watching or listening to the Mallorca Connection. I'm here with Roland and Sam, and we are talking all things websites. We are talking about doing business in the German market and some things that you need to be aware of. Sam, welcome back. Roland, thank you so much for inviting him here today.
Well, it's a pleasure and honor because it's such an interesting topic, And I guess, Sam, maybe especially our audience want to also know, are there actually products that are better accepted by Germans and Austrians than other ones? And what should companies, if they want to sell on the German-speaking country, what should they keep in mind?
Better, yeah. I mean, IT products, software products are always the best, of course. Because we don't have a really good industry here in Europe, and when you sell IT products, then there is not so much you should care, because most of the developers they just speak English. They are used to the way of communication. I think what doesn't work well is food. Food and drinks. It's not so easy to sell in Europe because the Germans are really proud of their industry. But whatever you want to sell, I think the most important thing is the communication, that it has to be totally true. You should never lie to clients. And if you make a big mistake, then tell them, okay, we made a mistake. We are going to make it better. And if you have any ideas, then let us know and we will make it better. Then they will forgive you everything. If you lie to them, you lose them. You have no more chance.
Absolutely.
I think that's the most important thing.
And Sam,
another really important thing, we have very strict privacy laws. So you shouldn't just copy a website into German, because then you really have big troubles with the governments here in Germany and Austria.
That was a huge point. Say that again, please, Sam.
We have very strict privacy laws, and you should never copy a website into German and use it the way it is, because you get big troubles, and it's horribly expensive if you load cookies without exception and so on. You pay about 4% of your yearly income. Wow. Really bad.
Yeah, that was a gem that you just shared right there. I wanted to ask a follow-up question. You said food and beverage doesn't do well. Why would that be?
I think the people here are very proud of their industry, of their nature fields and so on. And of course, they are all afraid of, sorry, Roland has to translate for me.
GMO.
Yep, they're horribly afraid. And we have very strict regulations. And so they trust. And the next thing is, of course, the environment thing. When you carry your food from America to Austria, for the pollution and everything, I think that's also a big reason why people prefer to buy local.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I mean, also Coca-Cola produces here in Austria, so.
And especially, during the pandemic and now, the impact of the pandemic, that people are looking really for local products. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of things changed.
Yeah, and U.S. products. Actually, it's a little bit diverse, because most U.S. products from a food or beverage background have a very bad reputation in Europe, because they're unhealthy, they make you obese and stuff like that, and there's GMO and whatever it is in what is in Austria or Germany forbidden. That's one point. And on the other hand, there's an amazing supplement industry in the US. So there's both sides. There are very good stuff that's coming from the US, and there are bad stuff that's coming from the US. But in general, I know that people don't trust US food here. That's true. Absolutely.
But they trust the worst products. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody knows what's up with them, really. It's also a question of generation, I think.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Young people, older people, it's so different. You can't say that something works and something doesn't work. You really have to check out for one single service or product if it can work or not. because you can't say it in common.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, it's all about the targeted group. You have to be clear who is your targeted group, and do absolutely the research.
Yeah, target group, competitors, what is there, what is not there, and if you find something that people could miss, then you have a good chance to sell.
And Sam, we've heard that Roland has worked with you and has given you rave reviews. What does that process look if someone wants to hire you? How does that work?
It's totally different. It's depending, really. I'm not a typical businessman. I think everybody can see that. I have to like the idea. People can tell me what they're going to do. I make a quick research if it can work or not. If I like the idea, then we can discuss everything else.
Perfect. So there has to be a connection.
It's not about money. If I love it, if I really love it, I work nearly for free just to pay my employees, and everything is fine if I really love it. And if I think it has no chance, then I don't do it, because it's burning money for nothing.
That's honest. I appreciate that.
It's just I have no idea how to explain it in English, but I'm a bit weird in my mind, I think. And I'm too old to go the usual way.
Yeah, that's really interesting. When you want to hire Sam and his team, it's not hey guys, let's do a website for us. No. Tell me exactly what do you want.
What you want?
Who you are. So you really have to ask for, I
mean, it's a bit of self protection, because when I don't really like it or the person, then I can't do the best job. And then everybody will hear, hey, that was not good. I mean, no, I can't work like this. That's impossible. I need a good reputation, and that's why I do only things I really love.
And good for you. I love to hear that. You're being true to yourself, and I think this way you really can have authentic relationships with your clients, as opposed to just, hey, I need the money, so I'll just take any job and I'll just put any content out there, because that's your reputation of what you do, and you take it very seriously.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it happens very often that companies, I worked with companies for a lot of years, 10 years or so, and then they sold it to a big other company, and then I quit the contract because I was not able to work with the new owners. That happens very often. If it's too big, then it's really complicated, and no, I'm too old for that.
Well, a man who stands on principle. I like that. I respect that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And as a client, I love to work with people like that. You have really principles, have a clear position. They know exactly what you want. They know exactly what you're not doing. They were not accepting it. I love
it. Life is too short. It should be fun. Nothing else.
Definitely. So speaking of fun, Roland, you're going out to visit Sam, and you'll be broadcasting from someplace else next week. What will you guys be doing when you get together? Is it business?
I think it's both. It's everything. It's depending.
I guess both of us, we don't see business really as work. It's part of our life, because we love what we're doing.
I understand. I do too.
But we have a lot of private conversation about totally other topics we don't want to share here. But
we can't tell the audience everything, right? To keep some things to ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, next week it might be a bit complicated. I think the next lockdowns are coming here in Austria.
Yeah, they have a lockdown, but as you know, I don't care about anything. So
yeah, but there is no chance. There is no chance to get really good coffee out there. That's the problem.
That's true. But I know your coffee is a good one.
Oh yeah, I'm a coffee junkie. However.
Unfortunately, I don't have my RV with me, because otherwise I could come with my RV and we could coffee. Because when I was traveling with my RV and I was seeing my mom, there was a lockdown and I couldn't go into the residency. And so I brought her out, but I couldn't go to a restaurant with her. There's a lockdown, so I was cooking coffee in my RV for her, and we had fun inside. So.
We will find a way.
Yeah,
yes, there's always a solution. You just have to look for it. So.
Absolutely.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful time next week. I can't believe our show's already over. But Sam, we've been running your banner, and we posted your information on the various sites. But I'm going to spotlight you. And who would you like to contact you, knowing that there has to be a connection and you have to believe in their why? And how should people contact you?
Sorry, for the connection.
How should they contact you?
I don't know. I mean, we created a landing page with English content to make it a bit easier, because our website is too big to translate. So we created a webpirates.com with the email address ahoy@webpirates.com. I think it would be the easiest way, because the times are very different. Here it is nearly 8 p.m. So I think email would be the best idea. But they can check out the Web Pirates website, and if they like what they read, send me an email and we can talk about everything.
All right, thank you. So for people who are listening on the radio, you can contact Sam at www.web-or-pirates, Pirates. His email address is ahoy, like ahoy mateys. It's AHOY at web-or-pirates, Pirates.com. See, Roland, I can learn and acclimate there. All right, Sam, thank you again for being here. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you. It was great.
See you soon, man.
Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Lots of great information, and I think some really key points about what to do and what not to do with the website.
Absolutely, because you can have the best stuff to do, but when you fail, and and as I always say, it's always all about the client. It's not about ourselves. As I mentioned in previous shows, we have a buyer market, not a seller market. So we have absolutely taken care what really attracts the audience, and because the worm is for the fish, not for the fisherman. But as you said before, sometimes you create something, you see it like a baby, and I relate to it, because when I had the website 2 years ago when I started, I really loved it. But then I said this, and at the beginning when I met Sam, I said, yeah, you know what, I want to just adjust it a little bit more modern, more sexy. And then I said, no, you know what? Put everything away. We make it new from scratch. It's much, much better. Creativity. Then comes creativity, and I really love it. And I have to mention one thing about Sam and his agency. He's really authentic, because for the show he specially made this website. I know that half an hour before the show he finished it, so he made a special website for US people in English. So he's really authentic, and he knows exactly what he's doing.
How about that? Thank you, Sam. That's amazing. That's real commitment. So
Absolutely.
I really appreciate that. Well, I know myself, when I first did my website on, GoDaddy, and it was all about me, pictures of me doing this and pictures of me doing that. And so now there's the second evolution, and coming very soon is the third evolution, which I finally just said, take it. I'm not going to, you want to hold on to certain parts of it. No, please. But no, it's not where it needs to be. It's just like we as people, we grow. The website has to reflect what it is you're doing.
Yeah, so people, my experiences from the process, most web designers, most company, you tell them what you want, and they just do what you want, but they don't bring their own ideas. They no, please take care about this, take care about this, and especially as I said in the beginning about the wording. Yeah, the wording is so important. What really is stuck into the brain and what not, what attracts you and what not, because you read it, but you're not emotionally attached. And when you're not emotionally attached, it's not working.
So true. Great way to end the show, Roland. Thank you. And how can people reach you? And obviously your information is out there as well. I'm going to spotlight you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the best way to reach out is to go to our website. It's available in English and in German, and it's www.spartner, SPARRTNER / performance, PERFORMANCE ce.com. It's the best way. Go on the website. There's a contact form. We are very happy to get in contact with you, and let's start from there, and let's see how we can help you and your organization to go on the next level.
Thank you so much, Roland. I just feel through the universe, there's a lot of connections that are going to be taking place in the next couple of weeks. So please, friends, if you missed anything, go over to our YouTube channel, USA Global TV. Just click subscribe, and then you can look for our playlist, The Mallorca Connection, and you can contact Roland or Sam there. All right, Roland, we're going to say goodbye for now. We'll see everybody soon. We've got another show coming up called A World of Difference, and we'll be right back with that. Until next week, Roland and I will see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Sam.